Hi, this is Ray Petrick, your favorite real estate agent down here in South Florida in the Palm Beaches. Is the luxury oceanfront condo market starting to crash? We're going to find out on this video. Stay tuned. So hit the like and subscribe button, ring that bell down below, and if you don't like us, hit the thumbs down button twice. Also, if you want to get a hold of us, you can reach out to us by phone, text, email. Heck, you can send a message in a bottle, because that works too. Now, we get people reaching out to us all the time, and we absolutely love it. Also, if you'd like to know what it's like to live, work, eat, sleep, and play in the Palm Beaches, this is the channel for you. Now, if you just want to give us a call, talk about the market, what's going on down here, you're looking for a property, we are available to show you properties. My team and I, we have boots on the ground. We know this market, and we know how to find the best home for you and your family. Whether you're buying it to live in it, as an investment, whatever it might be, give us a call. So I'm here on Singer Island today, as I am most of the time. And this, if you look around me, there are luxury condos up and down the beach. Matter of fact, Singer Island is known for its condominiums, waterfront condominiums, because they're almost all on the water. There's some boutique ones further down in Palm Beach Shores, and then also Sugar Sands, which is a 55 and older, that are not on the ocean, but for the most part, they're all on A1A, right on the ocean. So you don't even have to walk but through your parking lot or out your door to get to the ocean. So let's get to it. Is the Florida oceanfront luxury condo market, is it starting to crash? Well, in my opinion, and this is just in my opinion, I think we're seeing cracks in the armor. So I like to look at data, and I've got some data. I'm going to put it on the page for you so you can see it yourself. But we're seeing a lot of, first off, we're seeing a lot of cancellations. Cancellations are a big thing when it comes to markets dropping. You have people that had their property on the market, and they're not getting any showings. They're definitely not getting any offers. And if it is an offer, it's something that they're really not willing to accept. And so what they're doing then is they're saying, hey, I'm just not going to sell. I'm going to take my property off the market. And when you have that happening, you may even have a low inventory type of situation. You might say, well, gosh, the market can't go down because there's no inventory. Well, the only sellers that are out there in the marketplace now will eventually just be people that actually have to sell, whether it be from a divorce, whether it's from bankruptcy, whether it's from a death, or a relocation. Or, you know, in this market, a lot of those sellers are going to be people, this is their secondary home. So let's say they lost a ton of money in the stock market and they have to cover their losses or whatever it might be. They're going to say, wow, I got to sell my vacation condo. Now, this is really another important point. The luxury condo market is an international market. So it's not just, you know, your mom and pop buying a vacation home. These properties are very expensive. They range anywhere from, you know, $500,000 on up to millions of dollars, 10 million, 5 million. There's a lot of $1 million to $2 million properties out here for sale. So, and the other thing to keep in mind, a lot of these properties were bought with cash. Palm Beach County, for example, had the highest number of cash transactions in the country. I think it was something like 52% this last year. So that's an astronomical amount. And people would say, wow, they're all paying cash, so there's no way the market could go down. Well, let me tell you this. I paid cash for a lot of things, and the value went down. It wouldn't matter whether it was a stock, a piece of real estate, gold, you paid cash for it, it still went down, right? Right. So don't tell me that just because they paid cash, the market's not going to come down, because it is, and it will. So what we're seeing is market times are going up. And if I just take one area, let's say if I take I'm going to take Singer Island because I live on Singer Island. And the median time to contract in October of last year, and I think this is only going to get worse when I see the data for November, but was 32 days last year. You know what it is right now? It's 137 days. That's like 4 times as much time from when the time they put it on the market till they get a contract. The next thing I'm seeing is new listings. New listings are actually down in October. They were 20 versus 15. And then the months of supply. Before it was 2 months of supply, now it's 4 months supply. So the number of the amount of supply out there is double. Time to contract is up 328%. Inventory is double. So this is October. I suspect, like I said, in November, it's going to be worse. And we should have that data out shortly. I can take Fort Lauderdale. Now, Fort Lauderdale is a different animal. So in Fort Lauderdale, and we're just looking at townhouse condos, and I really can't say whether it's oceanfront or not, but their months of supply is up 52%. And keep this in mind. Anytime you're by a larger metro area, those areas will take a longer time to drop. Singer Island's further north, though it's just north of Palm Beach, but that would be more considered an outskirt. That's going to drop sooner rather than later. Inventory is only up about 10% in Fort Lauderdale on the condo market. In the housing market, though, it's up 32%. And the month's supply is almost double in the regular single-family housing market. But in the condo and townhouse market, it's only up 50%. But as I said, it's gradually creeping in. And I suspect in November, when I see those numbers, it's only going to get worse. Another thing that you're going to see is you're going to see people backing out of deals. And I suspect it's going to happen in the new construction market especially. There's a lot of new developments around here where people were speculative in buying them. They don't even have occupancy left. Depending on how much they have in a down payment, in earnest money, I suspect you're going to see some people backing out of those deals. If you're a seller and you're looking to sell your beachfront condo, what do you do? Now, a lot of sellers, agents will say, oh, well, we're going to do this type of video. We're going to have to do staging. We're going to have to do all these things in order to sell your property. And what I say is you have to price it so the market will accept it. And if a property's sitting there for too long, it almost gets a stigma about it. And these properties are going to sit until they're priced to where the market says, okay, I think that's a deal. I'm going to go buy that property. But when they're sitting there overpriced for months on end, there's not going to be some miracle buyer that comes out of the woodwork that's going to buy it. Real estate is all about timing, location, and price. And I don't care what your property is. I don't care what pictures you take. I don't care what the video is. It doesn't matter. So what we're seeing now is we're seeing sellers actually remove their property from the market because they know they're not going to sell them. So they're either coming off as a canceled or an expired, and they're thinking, "Well, I'm gonna wait till the spring and sell it," whatever their motive is. But they're not real sellers. They're just selling if. I can sell if I get that price. I'll sell if I get this crazy price. But they're not going to get those prices that we were getting 6, 7, 8 months ago. The market has changed. We peaked, and now we're dropping down. And once it starts trending down, and I can tell you for a fact, they're not going to lower interest rates back down to 2.5% and 3%. Those days are gone. We've been at low interest rates for like 10 years now, and I don't see it coming back anytime soon. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, and this is just my opinion, but I have been selling real estate for a long, long time. Our properties still being bought and sold. They're being bought and sold every day. Matter of fact, there'll be properties bought and sold on Christmas.
But it's Christmas, Manny.
I mean, that's just how it is. Properties being bought and sold every day. And the market doesn't drop in one day, but it's definitely trending down. And if you're looking to buy a property right now, you're going to find that you're going to get a much better deal than you would have gotten 6 months ago, 8 months ago, when the market was just in this crazy euphoria where you could have put A donkey on a stick and you would have sold it. A donkey on a stick and you would have sold it.
Say what?
For cash in one day. That's what it was like. It was absolutely insane. I had properties where I had 50 offers on them, 10 offers on the first day.
Buy!
It was insane. I had sellers say, "What's going on here?" I have people lying down the block to see my property. And that's what it was like. People buying properties unseen, no inspections. And I highly recommend not to ever do that. But that's what was going on. And now the market has changed. I sense it. I'm out here in the marketplace every day. The number of showings I get on properties is way down compared to what it was even a couple months ago. Because people's mindset have changed. It's turning into a buyer's market. People are saying, oh, it's just going to be a normal market. No. And maybe it'll be 2 months from now, 3 months, 6 from now. I don't know. But it's dropping right now. Now, I'm not saying don't buy a property or anything like that. Matter of fact, I'm in the business of selling properties. So if you're looking to buy down here, anytime, even when a market's going down, especially if you're making a lateral movement, you're selling your property up north and you're coming down, you're selling it whatever the market is there, and you're coming to this market, and you're going to buy it whatever the market is here. So to time a market in real estate is very tough. Unless you're like a hardcore investor, you might be doing that. You might be sitting on some cash. But even now, these are actually decent prices now, and I think there's, the sellers are starting to realize, hey, my property isn't worth that. So when you get where you're dealing with a real seller, they're going to want to sell their property, and you have a little more negotiating room than you would have had definitely 6 months ago, 8 months ago, 12 months ago. So it's a whole different market right now for you as a buyer. It's definitely switched over to a buyer's market. So what we have is we obviously have rising interest rates. Interest rates are almost 3 times what they were just 6 months ago. They're at least double. We have rising inventory. And a lot of people say, well, we have cash buyers, but not all people pay cash, even in the luxury market. And guess what? If your stock portfolio goes down 50%, what's the first thing to go? That's right, your vacation condo. You're going to sell that first. So that's the situation we're in right now. And I think it's going to even get worse. So if you are looking to buy or sell a condo or a single family home in the Palm Beaches, be sure and reach out to us by phone, text, email. We'll help you find the best property for you, and we'll help you get the absolute top dollar for your property if you're looking to sell at this time. I'm Realtor Ray Petrick with RE/MAX Island Properties.